10 ways excess kindness will quickly ruin your life. Stoicism. Have you ever pondered the hidden costs of kindness? In our quest to be good and caring individuals, we often neglect the darker side of being overly kind. Society encourages us to put others' needs before our own, but seldom does it prepare us for the consequences of such selflessness. Imagine a life where your energy, time, and resources are constantly drained, leaving you depleted and vulnerable. Today, on Stoic in Your Life, we embark on a journey to uncover the surprising ways excessive kindness can swiftly sabotage your life. In this video, we will reveal 10 shocking repercussions of being too kind. From financial strain to emotional exhaustion, you'll be amazed at how easily your well-meaning actions can backfire. But don't worry, we won't leave you hanging. We will also share 6 powerful Stoic strategies to help you safeguard your well-being and prevent others from taking advantage of your generosity. Join us as we delve deep into the heart of Stoicism, drawing wisdom from ancient philosophy to navigate the complexities of modern life. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how to strike a balance between kindness and self-preservation. Let's explore this vital topic together and empower ourselves to live more balanced and fulfilling lives. Number 1. People will only want something from you. Excessive kindness, while often seen as a virtue, can quickly spiral into a detrimental force in your life if not managed with wisdom and discernment. Let's delve into how this happens, starting with the first way excess kindness can ruin your life. People will only want something from you. The Stoics remind us that true value lies in doing what is right, not merely catering to others' desires. As Seneca wisely said, "He who is brave is free." Moderation in giving is crucial to maintaining control over your actions and avoiding detrimental habits that can harm your mental well-being. Our intrinsic nature as creatures of habit makes it easy to fall into a rhythm of constant giving, but this can lead to others taking your kindness for granted, creating a dependency that undermines mutual respect and responsibility. When you become a perpetual source of aid, people may become complacent, expecting you to shoulder their responsibilities, thus eroding their own initiative. If you don't value yourself, don't expect others to do it for you. Self-respect and self-care are foundational to maintaining healthy boundaries. Epictetus once said, "Know, first, who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly." This means recognizing your worth and setting limits on your generosity to ensure it is not exploited. Many people mistakenly believe that others only seek tangible benefits like gifts or favors. However, the reality is more complex, encompassing intangible desires like respect, approval, and support. To navigate these interactions, it's essential to understand that not everyone will take advantage of your kindness. Some individuals genuinely appreciate and reciprocate without any ulterior motives. As Marcus Aurelius noted, people exist for the sake of one another. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, understanding, and equality, where both parties give and receive in balance. Clear communication and setting boundaries are vital in managing expectations and fostering respectful, beneficial exchanges. Excessive kindness without self-awareness and limits can lead to a cycle of resentment and burnout. The key is to strike a balance, ensuring that your kindness stems from a place of strength and self-respect rather than a need for validation or fear of rejection. By doing so, you maintain your autonomy and well-being while still contributing positively to those around you. Remember, relationships are not mere transactions, but complex dynamics that require mindful engagement. As we navigate these complexities, let us heed the Stoic wisdom that emphasizes inner strength and the importance of self-respect in our interactions with others. In conclusion, while kindness is a noble trait, it must be tempered with discernment and self-respect. By setting clear boundaries and understanding the true nature of value, you can avoid the pitfalls of excessive kindness and cultivate relationships that are both fulfilling and respectful. Embrace the wisdom of the Stoics and let it guide you in maintaining a balanced and enriching approach to kindness in your life. Number 2. You will have unrealistic expectations of people. As Stoics, we learn to accept things as they are and not depend on other people's actions to make us happy. The essence of Stoic wisdom lies in understanding that our peace of mind should not be contingent on others' behavior. Instead, we should give without expecting anything in return. This practice of selfless generosity, while challenging, helps us develop emotional detachment and achieve a deeper sense of tranquility. However, this becomes difficult when we pour all our efforts into others, hoping they will reciprocate when we need them most. If you find yourself always being the giver, people may start to assume that you can manage everything, both in their lives and your own. But this isn't a fair or sustainable expectation. Think about it. If you couldn't handle your own life, why would you take on the burdens of others? The harsh reality is that when your expectations aren't met, you end up feeling disappointed, exhausted, and frustrated. Yet, if we examine this situation through a Stoic lens, we see that people are not failing us. They are simply attending to their own responsibilities, just as we should be. Unrealistic expectations often stem from societal norms, personal desires, past experiences, and media influences which can skew our perception of how others should act. We might believe that others will always meet our needs or conform to our standards, but this isn't realistic or fair. To maintain healthy relationships and avoid disappointment, it's crucial to accept that people are fallible and won't always meet our expectations. Being honest with others, setting reasonable standards, and showing empathy and understanding are vital. This approach helps us manage our expectations and fosters more satisfying and harmonious interactions. Reflect on this. How often have your high expectations led to frustration? By adjusting our perspectives, we can build more realistic, enduring relationships. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote encapsulates the Stoic belief that our internal world is where true strength and peace lie, not in trying to control others or expecting them to fulfill our needs. How can you apply this principle in your daily interactions? Engage with your thoughts on this and consider, are you setting yourself up for disappointment by expecting too much from others? By aligning your expectations with reality, you not only find peace within yourself but also cultivate healthier, more balanced relationships. In what ways can you start practicing this today? Number 3, you run a significant risk of being called weak and treated that way. When you consistently go out of your way to help others, you might think you're building your reputation as a reliable authority in your field. However, without clear boundaries, this behavior can lead others to view you as weak or easily manipulated. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of inner strength and self-discipline. By setting firm boundaries and prioritizing your own responsibilities and values, you demonstrate strength and earn respect rather than being seen as fragile. If you are always willing to take on others' tasks, they may start to offload their responsibilities onto you, knowing you won't refuse. This not only burdens you but also undermines your authority and leadership. Saying no can be challenging, but it is crucial for maintaining respect and demonstrating authenticity. When you refuse unnecessary requests, you show that you are committed to your priorities and values, which in turn earns the respect of those around you. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and balanced support. If you are too generous with your time and resources, others may take advantage of your kindness, leading to an unbalanced and unhealthy dynamic. Imagine a scenario where you're always available to help your colleagues with their projects. Over time, they begin to rely on you for tasks they should handle themselves, and your workload increases while your own responsibilities suffer. Eventually, your performance declines and you feel overwhelmed and undervalued. By setting boundaries and prioritizing your tasks, you can prevent this scenario. It's essential to remember that asking for help or admitting you need support doesn't make you weak. In fact, it takes significant strength to acknowledge your limitations and seek assistance when necessary. Building self-confidence and surrounding yourself with people who value and respect you can mitigate the fear of being perceived as weak. Taking care of your well-being and setting limits protects you from being exploited and ensures that you maintain healthy relationships. Everyone faces challenges, and seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. If you find yourself being mistreated, it's important to speak up and seek support from trusted friends, family, or professionals who can help you navigate the situation. Consider the story of John, a dedicated employee who never says no to his colleagues. He believes that by always being available, he's proving his worth and reliability. However, over time, John's colleagues start to take advantage of his generosity, piling their tasks onto him. John becomes overworked, stressed, and his own work begins to suffer. His manager notices the decline in his performance and questions his capability. Realizing the toll this behavior has taken on him, John decides to set boundaries. He starts to prioritize his own tasks and respectfully declines additional work that isn't his responsibility. This shift not only improves his productivity, but also earns him newfound respect from his colleagues and manager. So how do you balance kindness with maintaining your strength and self-respect? It's about understanding and asserting your boundaries, knowing when to say no, and ensuring your own needs are met. By doing so, you preserve your energy and maintain the respect of those around you. Remember, true strength lies in knowing your limits and standing firm in your values. In the end, the respect you earn from others is rooted in the respect you have for yourself. If you've made it this far, you're a true seeker of wisdom. We'd love to hear what you think, or simply type Stoic if you're enjoying the content. Your feedback is invaluable and keeps us inspired for future videos. Let's continue this journey together, exploring the profound wisdom of Stoicism and its impact on our lives. Number 4. The erosion of self-identity. Excessive kindness, while often praised as a virtue, can paradoxically lead to the erosion of your self-identity. When you consistently put others' needs before your own, you might begin to suppress your desires and true feelings, fearing that asserting yourself would come across as selfish or unkind. Over time, this pattern of self-effacement can diminish your sense of self-worth and authenticity. Think about it. How often do you find yourself agreeing to things that go against your own preferences just to avoid conflict or to be seen as kind? This constant self-sacrifice can cause you to lose touch with your true self, leading to internal conflict and a lingering sense of dissatisfaction. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." This means that by constantly prioritizing others, you risk letting external pressures and expectations shape your inner self, rather than staying true to your values and principles. Maintaining a strong sense of self doesn't mean you become selfish. Rather, it means you understand and respect your own needs and boundaries while still showing kindness to others. Consider this. If you're always bending to accommodate others, are you truly living according to your own values, or are you merely reacting to the expectations of those around you? Marcus Aurelius encourages us to know ourselves and to act in accordance with our true nature. He advises against letting external pressures dictate our actions and thoughts, reminding us that true kindness comes from a place of personal integrity and self-awareness. By practicing kindness without compromising your identity, you ensure that your actions are genuine reflections of who you are. This balance allows you to offer help and support from a place of strength, not sacrifice. It's about finding that middle ground where you can be kind and compassionate without losing sight of your own needs and desires. So, how can you start maintaining your identity while being kind? Begin by setting clear boundaries and recognizing your own limits. Understand that it's okay to say no when something doesn't align with your values or when it stretches you too thin. Ask yourself, are my actions today reflecting my true self? Or am I just trying to meet others' expectations? Reflect on your motivations for being kind. Is it out of genuine compassion? Or is it driven by a fear of being disliked or judged? Asking these questions helps you stay grounded and ensures that your kindness is a true extension of your character, not a mask you wear to please others. This self-awareness will enable you to engage in relationships and interactions that are mutually respectful and fulfilling. It's about giving from a place of abundance rather than depletion. Ultimately, the key takeaway is to practice kindness in a way that honors both yourself and others. Remember that being true to yourself is not selfish. It's essential for living a fulfilling and authentic life. As you navigate your daily interactions, keep in mind the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and strive to balance kindness with self-respect. This way, you can ensure that your actions reflect your true self and contribute positively to the world around you. Number 5. The undermining of personal goals. Have you ever felt like your generous spirit is holding you back from achieving your personal goals? While kindness is a virtue, when taken to the extreme, it can become a significant obstacle in your path to success. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most notable Stoic philosophers, wisely stated, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." This quote underscores the importance of aligning your actions with your ultimate purpose and remaining steadfast in your pursuits while still being considerate of others. Excessive kindness often leads to a diversion of your focus and energy away from your personal goals. Instead of channeling your efforts into your aspirations, you become consumed with helping others. This misdirection can stall your progress and prevent you from achieving your full potential. Imagine you've set a goal to start your own business, but you're constantly putting it on the back burner to assist friends with their projects. While helping others is noble, it shouldn't come at the expense of your own dreams. Marcus Aurelius advises us to remain steadfast in our pursuits, emphasizing that our actions should align with our ultimate purpose. Balancing kindness with a commitment to your own goals is crucial. It ensures that you do not lose sight of your own aspirations while still being considerate of others. For instance, if you're a dedicated employee, always ready to lend a hand to colleagues, you might find that your own tasks suffer. By setting boundaries and prioritizing your time, you can offer support without compromising your own responsibilities. This approach not only helps you maintain focus on your goals, but also prevents burnout and resentment that can arise from overextending yourself. It's also important to recognize that helping others should not come at the cost of neglecting your own ambitions. While it might feel selfish to prioritize your needs, it's actually a form of self-respect and self-care. By taking care of your own goals and well-being, you place yourself in a stronger position to help others more effectively. As the saying goes, you can't pour from an empty cup. Ensuring that your own cup is full allows you to give from a place of abundance rather than depletion. In modern life, this balance is even more critical. With the pressures of work, family, and social obligations, it's easy to spread yourself too thin. By setting clear goals and boundaries, you can navigate these demands without losing sight of what's important to you. Remember, being kind and supportive to others doesn't mean neglecting yourself. It's about finding a harmonious balance where your generosity enriches both your life and the lives of those around you. So, the next time you find yourself overcommitting to others at the expense of your own dreams, take a step back and reflect on Marcus Aurelius's wisdom. Align your actions with your ultimate purpose. Stay committed to your personal goals. And remember that true kindness starts with taking care of yourself. In doing so, you'll be able to support others more sustainably and achieve your full potential without compromising your aspirations. Number 6. The development of dependency. Let's dive into a crucial aspect of kindness often overlooked, the development of dependency. Have you ever felt like your unwavering support has created a situation where others rely on you too much? When you are excessively kind, you might unintentionally create a situation where others become overly reliant on your support. Your intentions are noble. You want to help, to be there for others. But in doing so, you may prevent them from learning to stand on their own. This kind of dependency can hinder their personal growth and development. Instead of learning to solve their own problems and build their own resilience, they turn to you as a crutch. This not only stifles their potential but also places a heavy and unsustainable burden on you. Think about it. How long can you keep providing support without feeling drained and overwhelmed? When we help others, our goal should be to encourage self-sufficiency and resilience. Imagine you're teaching someone to fish, rather than constantly giving them fish. This approach not only supports their growth, but also ensures they can stand on their own when you're not around. It's a powerful way to create a positive and lasting impact on their lives. Consider this. How can you offer help in a way that promotes independence? This open-ended question invites you to think deeply about your actions and their long-term effects. It's essential to strike a balance between being supportive and allowing others the space to grow and learn from their experiences. When kindness is directed towards empowering others, it becomes a tool for fostering strength and resilience rather than dependency. Let's take a moment to reflect on a real-life scenario. Have you ever helped a friend so much that they started relying on you for every little thing? It may have started with good intentions, but over time, you might notice that they're not making decisions or solving problems on their own. This is where the danger of excessive kindness lies. It's crucial to recognize when our support is turning into an enabler of dependency. Aristotle once said, "Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all." This emphasizes the importance of nurturing emotional intelligence and independence alongside intellectual growth. When you extend kindness, ensure it's coupled with guidance that fosters critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Encourage those you help to take steps on their own, to face challenges, and to learn from their failures. This approach not only builds their capabilities, but also respects their potential to grow. Think about your role in someone else's journey. Are you a guide who empowers or a crutch that hinders growth? The subtle shift from doing for others to doing with others can make all the difference. By involving them in the process, you help them develop the necessary skills to handle future challenges independently. This doesn't mean withdrawing support, but rather offering it in a way that encourages learning and self-reliance. As we navigate the complexities of kindness, it's essential to remember that our ultimate goal should be to lift others up in a manner that promotes their autonomy. Reflect on this. How can your acts of kindness inspire growth rather than dependence? By fostering an environment where others can thrive independently, you honor the true spirit of kindness. This mindful approach not only benefits those you help, but also lightens the emotional and practical load on yourself. In conclusion, while kindness is a virtue to be cherished, it's crucial to practice it in a way that empowers and uplifts others. As Marcus Aurelius suggested, let your actions of kindness be ones that encourage self-sufficiency and resilience. By doing so, you contribute to the growth and independence of those around you, creating a ripple effect of empowerment and strength. So next time you offer a helping hand, ask yourself, are you building their dependency, or are you nurturing their independence? This mindful approach to kindness will ensure that your efforts lead to lasting, positive change. If you've made it this far, you're a true seeker of wisdom. Drop a comment saying, "Kindness with wisdom," to show you're committed to balancing compassion with discernment. Stick around, the best insights are yet to come. Number 7. The creation of unrealistic expectations. When you give kindness without limits, it can create unrealistic expectations in others, leading them to believe you're always available to meet their needs. This expectation can strain relationships and lead to disappointment when you can't fulfill every request. Over time, this erodes trust and respect as others feel let down by your inability to always be there for them. Think about this. How often have you found yourself overwhelmed because you've said yes to too many requests, only to feel frustrated and exhausted? It's a common scenario in today's fast-paced world, where the pressure to please everyone can be immense. For instance, a friend who's always there for everyone, saying yes to every favor asked of them. At first, this friend seems like the ultimate pillar of support, but as time goes on, their inability to keep up with the endless demands starts to show. They miss important personal deadlines, become increasingly stressed, and begin to feel unappreciated because their friends now expect constant availability. This leads to a cycle of guilt and resentment, where the friend's initial kindness becomes a source of personal and relational strife. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, teaches us the value of setting boundaries and being honest about our limits. He reminds us that we are not infinite resources, and that our time and energy must be managed wisely. By being clear about what we can realistically offer, we avoid creating false expectations and ensure that our kindness is sustainable. Ask yourself, are you setting boundaries that protect your well-being and the quality of your relationships? It's crucial to communicate openly about what you can and cannot do, allowing others to adjust their expectations accordingly. This not only preserves your energy and sanity, but also fosters mutual respect and understanding. Ultimately, the lesson here is to balance kindness with self-respect. By setting realistic expectations and boundaries, you can continue to be kind without sacrificing your well-being. Remember, true kindness includes being kind to yourself. Are you ready to start setting the boundaries that will protect your peace and preserve your relationships? Number 8. The diminishment of self-worth. Excessive kindness can subtly erode your sense of self-worth, especially when you start to measure your value by how much you can do for others. This external validation can create a harmful cycle where your self-esteem becomes tethered to the approval and gratitude of those you help. Consequently, when your efforts go unrecognized, you might feel inadequate and undervalued. Marcus Aurelius, the renowned Stoic philosopher, reminds us that true self-worth is intrinsic and should not depend on the validation of others. He said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." By internalizing this wisdom, you can cultivate a strong sense of self-worth that is independent of others' opinions. This inner confidence allows you to offer kindness from a place of strength, ensuring that your self-esteem remains intact, regardless of external recognition. The key lesson here is to build your self-worth on a foundation that is self-sustained, empowering you to extend kindness without compromising your inner value. Consider modern life, where social media amplifies the desire for external validation. Many people equate likes and comments with their self-worth, leading to a fragile sense of identity that crumbles without constant affirmation. By shifting your focus inward and recognizing your inherent worth, you can navigate this landscape with resilience and clarity. Offer kindness because it aligns with your values, not because you seek acknowledgement. This mindset shift can protect your self-esteem from the volatile nature of external approval. Additionally, adopting the Stoic practice of self-reflection can fortify your inner strength. As Epictetus advised, know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly. Regularly reflect on your values, achievements, and growth to reinforce your sense of self-worth. This practice helps you remain grounded and confident, irrespective of how others respond to your kindness. In the workplace, for instance, excessive kindness might lead you to take on extra tasks to please colleagues or superiors, hoping for praise or validation. When this recognition doesn't come, you might feel undervalued and frustrated. Instead, approach your work with the understanding that your worth isn't defined by others' acknowledgement. By setting boundaries and recognizing your contributions, you maintain your self-esteem and can still be a kind, supportive colleague without sacrificing your well-being. In relationships, excessive kindness can also lead to codependency, where your happiness hinges on the approval and gratitude of your partner. This can create an imbalanced dynamic, leaving you feeling unappreciated and insecure. By fostering self-worth that is independent of your partner's validation, you can maintain a healthier, more balanced relationship. As Seneca wisely said, "The man who is contented with what has been given him is free from the pain of enlargement." Embrace this contentment in your relationships, ensuring that your kindness stems from a place of inner fulfillment rather than a need for external validation. Ultimately, the journey to maintaining self-worth amidst acts of kindness involves a conscious effort to shift your focus inward. By embracing Stoic principles and cultivating a self-sustained sense of worth, you can practice kindness confidently and authentically, without compromising your inner value. This balanced approach not only preserves your self-esteem, but also enhances the genuine impact of your kindness on others. Number 9. The burden of overcommitment. Are you constantly saying yes to everything, even at the expense of your own well-being? While kindness is a virtue, extending it beyond reasonable limits can lead to overcommitment, turning your life into a chaotic juggernaut of obligations. The relentless pursuit to help others can drain your resources, depleting your time and energy, and hindering your personal growth and productivity. Excessive kindness often results in overcommitment, making you a prisoner to others' expectations and trapping you in an unending cycle of tasks and obligations. This scenario not only disrupts your ability to meet your own needs, but also negatively impacts your mental and physical health. It's essential to understand that while helping others is noble, it should not come at the cost of your well-being. As Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher, advises, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote emphasizes the importance of self-preservation and setting boundaries. By prioritizing your equilibrium, you maintain your capability to contribute meaningfully to the world around you. In modern life, where the pace is ever accelerating, understanding the importance of saying no can be a game changer. Picture yourself constantly overwhelmed, juggling commitments that aren't even yours. This is a classic example of how overcommitment due to excessive kindness can turn your life upside down. It's like trying to pour from an empty cup. You simply cannot give what you don't have. Your energy and time are finite resources, and overcommitting them leads to burnout, frustration, and a diminished ability to perform at your best. Furthermore, when you overcommit, you're not only risking your health but also compromising the quality of your commitments. Spreading yourself too thin can lead to subpar performance in tasks that matter to you and others. This inevitably leads to stress and anxiety, creating a vicious cycle where your mental health deteriorates and your efficiency plummets. The wisdom of Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, resonates here. Know, first, who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly. Recognize your limits, and honor them to avoid the pitfalls of overcommitment. Modern society often glorifies busyness, equating it with success. However, this mindset can lead to chronic overcommitment, especially if you have a tendency to be overly kind. It's important to remember that you're not obligated to meet every demand placed upon you. Prioritizing your tasks and learning to decline requests gracefully can help preserve your well-being. As Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Ensuring that your time is spent wisely on activities that genuinely matter is key to a balanced and fulfilling life. Number 10. The obscuring of true intentions. Let's talk about the 9th way excessive kindness can ruin your life. It can obscure your true intentions. When you're overly kind, people might start questioning the sincerity behind your actions. Are you really being kind out of the goodness of your heart, or is there something else at play? Maybe you're seeking approval, trying to avoid conflict, or looking for some sort of benefit in return. This suspicion can severely damage your relationships because trust is the foundation of any meaningful connection. Marcus Aurelius, One of the great Stoic philosophers reminds us that we should act with integrity and sincerity in all our interactions. When your kindness is driven by genuine compassion rather than a need for approval or a fear of confrontation, it reinforces the authenticity of your actions. Consider this. How often do you find yourself being kind just to keep the peace or to be liked? While it might seem harmless, this can actually backfire. When people start doubting your sincerity, it erodes the trust they have in you. Trust, once lost, is hard to regain. Therefore, practicing kindness with honest intentions is crucial. It means your actions are perceived as sincere and trustworthy, fostering deeper and more genuine connections. Let's think about a practical example. If a colleague is always going out of their way to help, but it's clear they are seeking a promotion, their kindness loses its value. On the other hand, if the same colleague helps out of genuine concern for others' well-being, their actions build a positive and trusting workplace environment. This is the kind of genuine kindness Marcus Aurelius advocated for. Kindness without ulterior motives. Now reflect on your own life. Are there times when your kindness might be masking other intentions? This isn't about judging yourself harshly, but about becoming more aware. When we are aware of our true motives, we can align our actions more closely with our values, ensuring they are perceived as genuine. So, how can you ensure your kindness is genuine? Start by being honest with yourself. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? If the answer includes seeking approval or avoiding conflict, take a step back. Reevaluate your intentions and adjust them so that they align with true compassion and integrity. Let's delve deeper into the philosophy behind this. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. Your intentions and actions are within your control. You can't control how others perceive you, but you can ensure that your actions are rooted in virtue. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This means your focus should be on maintaining your integrity and sincerity, regardless of external outcomes. Excessive kindness driven by the wrong motives can indeed ruin your life by leading to misunderstandings and mistrust. The key is to cultivate a kindness that is sincere and untainted by ulterior motives. By doing so, you not only preserve the authenticity of your relationships, but also embody the true essence of Stoic philosophy. So what steps will you take today to ensure your kindness is genuine? How will you align your actions with your true intentions? Think about it, because your ability to act with sincerity and integrity can significantly impact the trust and depth of your relationships. Remember, the goal is not to seek approval, but to act in a way that is consistent with your values. This way, your kindness will always be seen for what it truly is, genuine and trustworthy. Thank you for watching today's video on 10 ways excess kindness will quickly ruin your life. Before we proceed, I'd like to take a moment to thank you for being here. Your presence in our community is truly valued. Please feel free to share your thoughts or personal experiences in the comments below. If you're not sure what to say, simply type, "I am a newbie" if you're new here, or "I am Stoic" if you've been with us for a while. Your engagement not only shows your support, but also greatly inspires us. Let's continue this journey together, shall we? 7 Stoic strategies to prevent being taken advantage of. In a world teeming with complex relationships and countless interactions, safeguarding yourself from exploitation is paramount. The timeless wisdom of Stoicism provides invaluable strategies to navigate these challenges with resilience and clarity. Here we explore 7 Stoic strategies designed to prevent being taken advantage of, empowering you to maintain your well-being and integrity. By incorporating these principles into your daily life, you can build robust defenses against manipulation, ensuring that you remain steadfast and true to your values. Let's delve into these practical and transformative strategies, beginning with the importance of maintaining healthy boundaries. Strategy number 1. Maintain healthy boundaries to protect your well-being. Picture a fence around your yard, safeguarding your cherished flowers, lush green meadow, and serene space. This imagery perfectly encapsulates the importance of setting healthy boundaries in both your personal life and career. Just as the fence protects your garden, boundaries safeguard your mental health, physical health, and spiritual integrity. As Epictetus wisely said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Boundaries are the markers that delineate where you end and others begin, providing clarity on what you can and cannot accept. Establishing healthy boundaries is not merely about saying no to others. It is about saying yes to yourself and your well-being. When you define and uphold your limits, you protect your energy and ensure that you are not stretched too thin. This practice is crucial for maintaining a balanced life. Without boundaries, you risk overcommitting, which leads to stress, burnout, and a compromised state of mental and physical health. In modern life, where the hustle never seems to stop, it is easy to fall into the trap of pleasing everyone at the expense of your own needs. By setting clear boundaries, you take control of your time and energy, ensuring that you allocate resources towards your personal goals and self-care. This not only prevents you from being taken advantage of, but also enhances your overall quality of life. Moreover, healthy boundaries empower you to prioritize your most important tasks and goals. They act as a filter, allowing you to focus on what truly matters while discarding distractions and unnecessary obligations. This practice aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on what is within your control and letting go of what is not. Seneca once said, "He who is brave is free." In the context of boundaries, bravery involves the courage to stand up for yourself and protect your peace of mind. Incorporating these principles into your daily life can be transformative. Imagine waking up each day with a clear sense of purpose and a well-defined schedule that respects your time and energy. By maintaining healthy boundaries, you cultivate an environment where you can thrive, free from the fear of being exploited or overwhelmed. This proactive approach not only enhances your well-being, but also sets a powerful example for others around you. 1. Practice self-awareness. Understanding your needs, values, and limits is paramount. By knowing yourself, you can recognize when someone is overstepping your boundaries. Seneca wisely said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This profound quote underscores the essence of self-awareness as the initial step toward mastering your boundaries. When you have a clear sense of who you are, you can detect when others are attempting to manipulate or exploit you. Self-awareness serves as your internal compass, guiding you through the myriad interactions in life. In our fast-paced modern world, it's easy to get swept up in the demands and expectations of others. However, by staying grounded in your own values and limits, you can navigate these challenges with confidence and resilience. So, take time to reflect on what truly matters to you and set clear boundaries that honor your sense of self. This practice not only fortifies your personal integrity, but also fosters respect from others. In every situation, remember that your self-awareness is your strongest shield against being taken advantage of. Ours 2. Communicate your boundaries clearly and assertively. When you set boundaries, use I statements to express your feelings and needs without placing blame on others. This approach helps prevent misunderstandings and ensures that others know where you stand. For example, instead of saying, "You always take advantage of me," say, "I feel taken advantage of when my needs are not considered." This subtle shift in language can make a significant difference in how your message is received. How might this shift in communication change the dynamics of your relationships and help you feel more empowered? By asserting your boundaries clearly, you create a space where respect can flourish, and mutual understanding becomes the foundation of your interactions. This strategy not only protects you from being taken advantage of, but also cultivates a sense of respect and fairness in your relationships, enabling you to navigate your interactions with a calm and resilient spirit. 3. Be assertive. It's perfectly normal to feel uneasy when you start setting boundaries, but it's crucial to remember that prioritizing your well-being is never selfish. Being assertive means standing firm in your values and safeguarding your mental and physical health. Imagine this. You're at work, and a colleague consistently asks you to take on their tasks. Initially, you might feel obligated to help, thinking you're being a team player. However, this extra work starts affecting your performance and stress levels. By being assertive, you can kindly but firmly let your colleague know that you cannot take on additional tasks because you need to focus on your own responsibilities. This doesn't mean you're being unkind, rather, you're respecting your limits and valuing your well-being. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where saying no felt incredibly difficult? How did you handle it? It's vital to recognize that assertiveness is a skill that protects you from being taken advantage of and ensures you're not overextending yourself. By standing up for yourself, you set a precedent for how you expect to be treated. In essence, assertiveness is about creating a balance between helping others and maintaining your own health. So, next time you feel pressured, remember that your well-being is just as important as anyone else's, and assertiveness is your tool to protect it. 4. Practice saying no. Imagine your life as a fortress, fortified and steadfast against the chaos of the world. One of the most crucial defenses in maintaining your stronghold is the ability to say no. This simple yet powerful word serves as a barrier against overcommitting and sacrificing your well-being for the sake of others. By practicing saying no, you honor your own boundaries and manage your time and energy with wisdom and foresight. When you decline requests that do not serve your goals or align with your values, you are asserting control over your life and protecting your inner peace. This practice is not about being selfish, but about self-respect and strategic living. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the relentless demands of work, family, and social obligations. However, by consciously deciding when to say yes and when to say no, you maintain your equilibrium and ensure that your actions are purposeful and aligned with your true self. So, let your no be a shield, guarding your precious time and energy, allowing you to focus on what truly matters and leading a life of intentionality and fulfillment. 5. Establish rules for your personal space, time, and energy. Establishing rules for your personal space, time, and energy is crucial to maintaining your well-being and ensuring you are not taken advantage of. It's essential to communicate these rules clearly to others and assertively ensure they are respected. By setting boundaries, you create a protective barrier that prevents others from overstepping and helps maintain healthy, respectful interactions. Think about your daily life. How often do you find yourself feeling drained because someone has imposed on your time or energy? Clearly defining what is acceptable and what is not will help you protect your mental and emotional resources. How can you start implementing these boundaries today to ensure your personal space is respected? Reflect on what matters most to you and be prepared to communicate your needs confidently. Creating these boundaries is not just about protecting yourself. It's about fostering mutual respect and understanding in your relationships. Remember, setting boundaries is an ongoing process. It's natural to encounter challenges along the way, but don't give up on your well-being. As you navigate this journey, allow yourself the grace to learn and grow. By embracing these Stoic strategies, you empower yourself to live a balanced, fulfilling life, free from the chains of overcommitment and exploitation. Strategy number 2. Protecting your energy. Stoic philosophy teaches us to value wisdom and judgment when choosing whom to help. By practicing self-control and objectivity, we can discern between those who are genuine and those who seek to exploit our kindness. Seneca wisely said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." When we let go of unrealistic expectations, We can avoid wasting our energy on situations that don't serve us. If you find yourself suddenly isolated, with people who once considered you a good friend now excluding you from happy times and only approaching you when they need something, it's essential to understand this is not surprising. Generally, people do not invite their colleagues or employees to social gatherings, let alone share leisure and fun. While this may be reasonable in some contexts, it certainly isn't fair in all situations. Therefore, it is crucial to learn how to avoid being exploited by others. One effective strategy is to become more discerning about those we allow into our lives, focusing on building relationships with individuals who seek help rarely and are willing to contribute to a mutually beneficial dynamic. As Marcus Aurelius stated, "The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing." This means we must constantly be vigilant and ready to defend our peace against those who might disrupt it. Those who pass through our lives are often drawn to the energy we radiate. When we emit negativity, we attract pessimists and those who have little goodwill towards themselves or others. Conversely, when our spirits are positive, we draw in generous, kind, enthusiastic, hard-working, and happy individuals. However, when we give without expecting anything in return, we can deplete our energy reserves, leading to a lower vibrational state. This makes us prime targets for people who seek opportunities to take advantage of our kindness. Such individuals often appear during challenging times, not to offer genuine support, but to exploit the situation for their gain. This dynamic is evident in various spheres of life, including politics, business, and social interactions. A politician, for instance, might have numerous supporters, but upon closer inspection, many of these followers are motivated by what they can gain, rather than a genuine desire to support. Similarly, an entrepreneur might network with many professionals, but the assistance they receive often comes from those looking to capitalize on their projects. In social circles, true friends are distinguished from mere acquaintances by their willingness to stand by us during tough times, rather than just being present for the good times. As Epictetus said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This principle can guide us to focus on quality over quantity in our relationships. We must be careful and wise in evaluating the motivations behind someone's help, ensuring that our kindness does not become a weakness that others exploit. By doing so, we can foster relationships that are not only supportive, but also grounded in genuine goodwill and mutual respect, leading to a more fulfilling and balanced life. Strategy number 3. Heed your emotions. Let's dive into one of the most essential Stoic strategies to prevent being taken advantage of: attentively heeding your emotions. Emotions are powerful indicators of our mental state, and in Stoicism, understanding and managing them is a fundamental practice. When you're mindful of your emotions, you gain insight into your reactions and needs, helping you navigate life with greater clarity and balance. Imagine this. You're always the one volunteering for extra tasks at work, going out of your way to help colleagues and constantly saying yes to requests. Initially, you might feel good about being helpful, but over time, you notice feelings of exhaustion and resentment creeping in. This is your inner self signaling that you're overcommitting and stretching yourself too thin. By paying close attention to these emotions, you can recognize when you're pushing too hard and adjust your actions accordingly to find a healthier balance. Self-reflection plays a crucial role here. Take time to sit with your emotions, especially when you engage in acts of kindness or altruism. Helping others is noble, but it shouldn't come at the cost of your well-being. It's equally important to practice self-care and ensure your own needs are met. Ask yourself, how do I feel after helping others? Am I left feeling fulfilled or drained? Positive emotions should accompany acts of kindness, but if you're constantly feeling pressured, exhausted, or even angry, it's a clear sign that something needs to change. These emotions indicate that you might be giving too much of yourself and not receiving enough in return. Consider the story of Jane, a dedicated nurse who loved her job and helping patients. She always took extra shifts and covered for her colleagues. Over time, Jane started feeling increasingly tired, irritable, and unappreciated. Her emotions were shouting for attention, but she ignored them, thinking she was just being a good team player. Eventually, she hit a breaking point and realized that to continue being effective and compassionate, she needed to set boundaries and prioritize her own health. Jane's story is a powerful reminder that even the most well-meaning actions can lead to burnout if we don't heed our emotional cues. Reflecting on your emotions when you feel distress is vital, because these feelings are your mind's way of telling you something's off. Don't dismiss these signals. Instead, acknowledge them and delve into what they're telling you. Are you feeling taken for granted? Are you giving more than you're comfortable with? These questions can help you pinpoint the source of your discomfort and take necessary actions to protect your mental and emotional health. By staying attuned to your emotions, you can make more informed decisions about where to direct your energy and efforts. It's about finding a balance that allows you to be kind and generous without depleting your own reserves. When you feel good about helping others and also about taking care of yourself, you achieve a harmonious state that is central to Stoic philosophy. So next time you feel overwhelmed or underappreciated, pause and listen to your emotions. They're there to guide you. Engage in regular self-reflection and ask yourself open-ended questions to understand your emotional landscape better. Remember, it's not selfish to prioritize your own needs. It's essential. By doing so, you can continue to help others without losing yourself in the process. This balance is the essence of Stoic wisdom and a key strategy to prevent being taken advantage of. If you've made it this far, you're a guardian of your own boundaries. Drop a comment saying, "I stand strong," to show you're committed to mastering these Stoic strategies. Stick around. The best is yet to come. Strategy number 4. Recognize your worth. Recognizing your worth is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, emphasized by thinkers like Marcus Aurelius. This principle is vital in safeguarding yourself from being exploited by others. Every person has intrinsic value, not subject to external judgments or circumstances. Your worth comes from within, rooted in your rationality, virtues, and moral integrity. Internalizing this concept fosters self-respect and naturally establishes boundaries that discourage others from taking advantage of you. Consider the story of Jane, a modern-day professional who faced constant pressure at work to take on extra tasks beyond her role. Despite her competence and dedication, she often felt undervalued and overwhelmed. Inspired by Stoic teachings, Jane began to reflect on her intrinsic worth and contributions. She realized that her skills, hard work, and ethical standards made her invaluable, regardless of her colleagues' opinions or actions. Armed with this newfound self-respect, she started setting clear boundaries, politely declining tasks that were not her responsibility. This shift not only improved her work-life balance but also earned her respect from her peers and superiors. By recognizing your worth, you enhance your confidence and resilience, making it harder for others to manipulate or exploit you. This self-awareness is empowering, transforming how you interact with the world. You begin to set healthy boundaries, communicate your needs effectively, and navigate relationships with a firm yet respectful stance. This approach not only prevents others from taking advantage of you, but also fosters a more balanced and fulfilling life. In the workplace, at home, or in social circles, this Stoic strategy of recognizing your worth can profoundly impact your interactions. It encourages you to uphold your values and act with integrity, regardless of external pressures. This mindset shift is crucial for personal growth and protects your emotional and mental well-being. The key takeaway here is simple, yet powerful. Recognize and honor your self-worth. By doing so, you build a strong foundation for your boundaries, reinforcing your confidence in dealing with others. This principle helps you navigate life's challenges with dignity and resilience, ensuring that you are respected and valued for who you truly are. In conclusion, embracing your intrinsic worth is essential in preventing others from taking advantage of you. It fortifies your boundaries, enhances your confidence, and empowers you to live a life of integrity and self-respect. Remember, your value is inherent, defined by your rationality, virtues, and moral integrity. Reflect on this principle, apply it in your daily interactions, and witness the positive changes it brings to your life. Strategy number 5. There is a time and space for you. Imagine weaving this Stoic wisdom into your daily life. At its core, this strategy emphasizes self-discipline and self-respect, fundamental principles of Stoicism. Setting aside dedicated time and space for self-care is not just a luxury, but a necessity. Think about the activities that bring you joy and excitement, whether it's playing sports, painting, listening to music, or indulging in any hobby that lights up your spirit. It's essential to prioritize and complete your tasks efficiently, so you can carve out time for these enriching activities. This isn't just about time management, it's about scheduling with intention. Allocating daily and weekly periods for self-care is crucial for your well-being. During these times, it's vital to recognize that others may have their own agendas and beliefs, often acting out of self-interest rather than purely for your benefit. By understanding this, you can avoid the trap of feeling controlled or guilty for taking this necessary time for yourself. Consider this. How often do you let external pressures dictate your schedule, sacrificing your own well-being? It's important not to try to manipulate situations for your own benefit. Being honest and having strong moral principles are key parts of Stoic philosophy. However, this doesn't mean you should be inflexible. You can offer your help at another time, but it's crucial to communicate that your availability is limited due to your own commitments. This approach not only preserves your time for self-care, but also sets a precedent for how others should respect your boundaries. As Epictetus wisely advised, no man is free who is not master of himself. By adhering to this strategy, you assert control over your life, ensuring that your needs are met without guilt or resentment. It's about striking a balance, being disciplined enough to complete your obligations while also being compassionate enough towards yourself to enjoy the fruits of your labor. So I ask you, how can you start integrating this strategy into your life today? What activities will you prioritize to ensure you have the time and space for yourself? Reflect on these questions and remember that by honoring your time and space, you are cultivating a life of self-respect and inner peace. Engaging in this practice regularly will not only enhance your personal well-being but also improve your interactions with others as they learn to respect your boundaries and time. This strategy, grounded in the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, is a vital tool in preventing others from taking advantage of you. By maintaining a disciplined schedule that prioritizes self-care, you create a sanctuary for your mind and spirit, fostering resilience and tranquility in the face of life's demands. As you continue to practice this, you'll find that your ability to navigate challenges with grace and poise strengthens, embodying the true essence of Stoic living. So, take a moment now to plan your time and space, and let this be the cornerstone of your journey towards a balanced and fulfilling life. Strategy number 6, surround yourself with virtuous people. Surrounding yourself with virtuous, trustworthy, and supportive individuals is crucial in preventing exploitation and manipulation. When you are in the company of those who uphold ethical behavior and mutual respect, you create an environment where these values thrive. These relationships serve as a robust support system, providing guidance and reinforcing your boundaries, making it easier to recognize and resist any attempts at manipulation. Cultivating relationships with virtuous people aligns you with those who share your values and principles. This alignment not only minimizes the risk of being taken advantage of, but also fosters a network of positive influence. It's like having a safety net woven from the threads of mutual respect, trust, and ethical behavior. Such a network supports you in standing firm against deceit and manipulation. Imagine the strength you gain from having friends and associates who genuinely care for your well-being, who encourage you to uphold your principles, and who help you see through the veils of deceit. These relationships are invaluable in maintaining your integrity and ensuring that you're not swayed by those who seek to exploit you. In modern life, where superficial connections are abundant, the value of deep, virtuous relationships cannot be overstated. They provide a foundation of trust and mutual respect that helps you navigate life's challenges with greater resilience. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, reminds us, associate with people who are likely to improve you. This advice is timeless. In today's fast-paced world, it is easy to fall into the trap of associating with those who do not have our best interests at heart. By consciously choosing to surround yourself with virtuous people, you not only safeguard yourself from exploitation, but also elevate your own character. These relationships encourage personal growth and reinforce your commitment to living a life of virtue. The lesson here is clear. By intentionally surrounding yourself with virtuous individuals, you enhance your ability to protect yourself from exploitation. This not only promotes a healthier and more supportive social environment, but also fortifies your own moral compass. It's about creating a circle of influence that lifts you up and supports your journey towards becoming the best version of yourself. In conclusion, the company you keep is a powerful determinant of your ability to maintain integrity and avoid exploitation. Embrace the wisdom of the Stoics by surrounding yourself with those who reflect and reinforce your values. This strategy not only shields you from manipulation, but also nurtures a life rich in virtue and mutual respect. So take a moment to evaluate the relationships in your life and strive to build a community that supports and enhances your Stoic journey. Strategy number 7. Seek wisdom through continuous learning. Continuous learning and the pursuit of wisdom are fundamental Stoic principles that help prevent exploitation. Marcus Aurelius believed in the importance of educating oneself and seeking knowledge to navigate life's challenges effectively. When we talk about continuous learning, it isn't just about formal education or reading books. It's about a relentless pursuit of knowledge that spans understanding human behavior, ethics, and the subtleties of interpersonal dynamics. Imagine equipping yourself with a mental toolkit, brimming with insights on how people operate and how to respond to them. This extensive knowledge base enables you to recognize manipulative tactics and counteract them effectively. Consider this. If you understand the psychology behind manipulation, you are less likely to fall prey to it. For instance, by learning about common persuasive techniques, you can identify when someone is trying to exploit you and respond appropriately. This isn't just about defense, it's about proactive empowerment. By committing to lifelong learning, you are not only protecting yourself, but also embodying the Stoic ideal of virtue. This journey of continuous education is a form of self-defense that builds your resilience and sharpens your perception, making you less susceptible to deceit. Engaging with diverse sources of knowledge, whether through books, podcasts, courses, or conversations with insightful individuals, broadens your perspective and enhances your critical thinking skills. Each piece of information you gather becomes a part of your defense mechanism, helping you navigate through life's challenges with confidence and wisdom. Moreover, continuous learning isn't just about protecting yourself. It's about enhancing your overall quality of life. When you seek wisdom, you develop a deeper understanding of the world and your place in it. This understanding fosters empathy, improves your relationships, and enhances your decision-making capabilities. You become more adept at discerning truth from deception, making you a more formidable individual in both personal and professional spheres. Remember the words of Seneca, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." This powerful reminder highlights that learning is a lifelong journey. It's not a destination, but a continuous process that enriches your mind and spirit. By embracing this Stoic strategy, you commit to a path of perpetual growth and self-improvement, ensuring that you remain vigilant and resilient against those who might seek to exploit you. So, how will you begin your journey of continuous learning today? What steps will you take to fortify your mind and sharpen your awareness? Reflect on these questions and let them guide you as you pursue wisdom and knowledge. In doing so, you'll find yourself better equipped to handle life's challenges and protect yourself from exploitation, embodying the Stoic ideals of resilience and wisdom. As we conclude, I encourage you to reflect on the principles we've discussed and consider how you can apply them to your daily life for personal growth and happiness. Remember, while kindness is a virtue, it must be balanced with wisdom and self-respect to avoid the pitfalls of excessive generosity. Take proactive steps to set boundaries, manage expectations, and prioritize your well-being. I invite you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. How have you balanced kindness and self-respect in your life? What challenges have you faced and what strategies have worked for you? Your insights can inspire and help others in our community. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life for more content on applying Stoic principles to modern challenges. Let's continue this journey together towards a life of balance, strength, and integrity.